Join you in. What could possibly go wrong? This is incredibly uncomfortable. Right, oh, hello. We're live? Yep. We are live on the plane. That makes no sense. It's only live when I'm speaking, recording. Anyway, we're on the plane, just returning from Tokyo. It's a short flight. I am, as you can see, I'm finishing off my travelogue. Finishing is a relative term. I'm only on the first day, and usually I do these at the end of each night. But I've been really busy shopping. Anyway, so there are many things we could do on the plane, but there are two I'm going to talk about. Unfortunately, all my purchases are still checked in my luggage. But I'd just like to talk about things you shouldn't do on a plane. Now, when you get up in the air, funny things happen. The pressure inside the cabin at height is lower than at sea level. And so what happens is that crisp packets sort of expand. If you undo your bottle of water, you'll hear them hiss. Or in the case of fountain pens, if you have a lot of air inside, that air will expand and push out ink. Unfortunately for you, but fortunately for me, my TWSBI is very full of ink, and therefore has very little air to expand and push out ink. Although technically, maybe if I attempted to write, I would get blobbing, massive blobs of ink would come out. I can't prove it, but I don't think it will, because it's got very little air inside, which can expand. So, as I write, I do not expect the air to push out any sort of ink. On the other hand, I have my two sailors. This is half full. It leaked already. Pretty sure. So yes. This was a quarter full on my way to Tokyo. On the way back, all that air just expanded and just pushes ink out. And if I write with it, or pretend to write with it, I might get blobbing, but I don't think I am, on the basis that this is a very fine nib and not much ink comes out by default anyway. So that's that. I don't really expect my sailor to blob. In previous trips, this has blobbed. This has definitely just vomited ink in the middle of writing my travelogue. This is a new purchase. One of my new purchases from Japan. The Sailor King of Pen Pro Gear Demonstrator. I believe it is not completely full, and so maybe if I write like normally, I found in my small few days of using this pen, I found this to be a pretty wet writer, but in the air, it might be psychosomatic, might just be an illusion, might be confirmation bias, but I do feel that it is writing a little more wetter than usual. And that's because the air is pushing out ink. To solve this problem, you could either A, fill up with ink before you leave, or B, keep your pen stored upright, so that all the ink stays down there, and any air compressing will just escape naturally. And so when you turn it around, this air has already depressurized and is at the same pressure as the outside, so nothing will expand or get pushed out. Third method, which is not official and is purely by my conjecture alone, is that if you want to play super safe and you're afraid of getting ink burps, you just undo it, make sure the air here and the air outside are the same, and you stick it back in, and you're good to go. Or you could use a ballpoint pen, said my cameraman. Blasphemy. Do we have time for one more? So that's my talk on air pressure and flying. Is it safe to fly with my pens? Yeah, mostly safe. Right. Another surprise. Here's two things I bought on the way out in the departures lounge. If I can find it. So, the first time I saw a Delfonics store was in the gallery in the shopping mall of next to the Louvre. But I found one on my way out and purchased two of their wraps. I bought a small one and a big one. Do I need these wraps? No, but they're pretty. You might be able to get them online, I have no idea. And the big one looks like so. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 small slots and 5 bigger slots on the sides. It has like, so it's way up. It's 3 here, 8, and then 2 more. The smaller one comes in these lovely buttons. Has a medium slot, 2 big slots, or 2 medium slots, 2 big slots, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 small slots on the inside. This will be the briefest review ever because this stuff feels really good. It looks way more pretty than my crappy cheap wrap I first bought. This is thin, it's much thicker. It feels very good in the hand. However, I worry about one thing. If you are a massive pen fanatic and you have big fat pens like this, you might have medium-sized pens, medium girth pens. Will they fit? Well, okay, maybe you also have small pens, or like inferior pens of this sort. Does it fit? Do I like it? I like my cheap wrap because instead of having rubber bands, it's just pockets, deep pockets, and so each body is separated. You're not going to be afraid of any sort of micro abrasions as your wrap rubs around. As for this one, big fat pen. I wouldn't do that. Okay. The large one fits just enough. It's on the same length. Right. Yeah. spacing these out. This obviously fits, but oh hey, cool. That works. Would I do that? Maybe 3 pens spaced out. Not sure if I would put them right next to each other. That would probably be a frictional nightmare. Or it might not even fit. Yeah, this is not going to fit, so there you go. If you happen to come across these, then sure, why not? Do we reveal prices on this show? No? Sometimes. Delfonics. Japanese brand. Bought probably full price at an airport for 1,100 yen, which is less than 12 USD. Made in China. I'm so sorry. But the design and construction feel very, I wouldn't say Japanese, but feel very sturdy and similar to the sort of rugged durability, satisfaction of knowing that your stuff won't get destroyed, like a few other Japanese brands. So there you go. Delfonics pen wrap, small, big. Oh, fine. Take a look. Also made in China. Just still super cheap. And would probably fit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 pens. That's fun. So there you go. Orange, orange, orange. Till next time.